Hi Virgos, welcome to your June 2025 reading. I'm Corinne and this is Sacred Star Tarot. In today's reading, we're going to see what energies you'll be working with for the month of June and any messages that Spirit has for you to help guide you through the month. And I've already started tuning into your energy and it's actually quite beautiful. So I think that there's a lot to talk about, there's a lot to look forward to, and let's get started. So now I'm just going to call in the angels, your guides, the Holy Spirit to preside over this reading, to clear the energy, to give me everything that I need to know for Virgo for the month of June. Okay, Virgo, so now tuning into your energy, I've actually pulled a couple of cards for you as well, and the first, I actually pulled a flower oracle, and you have the dandelion, which is beautiful. And with dandelions, it reminds me of blowing on the dandelion for a wish. So I think this is a month where some of your wishes are going to come into fruition or be fulfilled. And it says new opportunities and adaptability with the dandelion. So again, it gives me that image of blowing on the dandelion and, wishing for what you want. So that really tuning into your energy, and that card, it's telling me that you're getting a wish fulfillment, or you're really in that energy in the month of June. Then you have initiation and rite of passage. Now, what I think you've actually been through a rite of passage, Virgo. We've talked about this in the last couple of readings. I think you've been going through a rite of passage definitely at least this year. But what stands out for me in this card is actually coming out of the cave. And when I was channeling, to see kind of where you were at the moment and what Spirit wants you to focus on for the month, it was really about the time to come out of the cave and let yourself be seen. And sometimes we stay in the cave to heal ourselves, if there's a lot going on in the world, we can kind of become a little bit more reclusive. And now is a time to kind of come out of the cave and show yourself to the world. It's also a card of initiation, of saying that, Virgo, we've talked about this again, that you've been through a lot in the past, that you've gone through those rites of passages and the stormy days, and it's a reminder that those days are over. This is the time where you shine your light brightly, you come into the sun, and that is, Spirit reminding you of that, and new opportunities coming in. Then you're entering the month, Virgo, with the Hermit in reverse. Well, this is actually your signifier card. So it's, again, the indication that this is you, of course, doing what Virgo does when it's in the upright, looking within. Now it's a time to go without. And I don't mean go without, I mean go outside. So, the Hermit in reverse is saying to me that, Virgo, now's the time to actually go out into the world, that you've gained so much inner wisdom that it's not that you won't be in your perfect hermit mode at times, but now's the time to actually express yourself out into the world. Then coming into the month, you have the Queen of Swords. Now, this is the reminder, Virgo, for the month of June that, I can see that you're probably stepping into your Queen of Swords. And that's a pretty good placement, actually, because she's very decisive, she's super clear. The Queen of Swords doesn't take any BS, she's very structured, and now would be the month, actually, Virgo, to get a bit of structure. So if you're wanting to do something, achieve a goal, that's telling me that using the mind and being having that structure and decisiveness will be really helpful. It's also a reminder to look at cutting out the things that aren't working for you. She is super clear. She doesn't get emotional about it. She just looks at this is right, this is working for me, this isn't right, I'm letting this thing go, I'm doing this, and I think that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be clear in your Queen of Swords, cutting out, what's not working, focusing on what is in a very mental way, which is perfect for your Mercury. I think you're quite good at that, Virgo. Then you have the Eight of Swords in reverse, and this is exactly where I want it to, how I want it to see it, because in reverse, now Virgo, that is you in the middle with all of those swords, and those swords are your mental fears, anxieties, worries. It's where we get really trapped, trapped in our thoughts and our mind, and we're on that mental spiral of thoughts and not moving forward and procrastination. Now, because it was reversed, that's why, that's where I want it to be. It's telling me that you're getting past that. So I think maybe, Virgo, that's been an energy that you've been a bit stuck in, potentially in the month of May, where the thoughts have caused procrastination. And this is the time, this is where, Spirit would say, like, silence the mind. Don't let the mind think about all of the repetitive thoughts and what you should do, what you shouldn't do, all of that, because it will cause procrastination. But because it's in the reverse, that's telling me that you'll be, overcoming that if that's been a block and a barrier. So the advice of that would be not to overthink, which is hard for Virgos, isn't it? I'm a Virgo. I get it. It's really hard not to overthink. But that's the card saying, Virgo, this month, try not to overthink things. Be more in the clear, decisive mode. Then you have ending the month in the Hierophant. And there's lots of meanings to the Hierophant, but what I'm getting from this is the discipline and the devotion to what you're doing. If you're really wanting something, Virgo, this would say, deciding that you're devoting yourself to this project or this wish fulfillment. If there's something that you really, really want, now it could be anything. Let's say you want a holiday and the devotion is about, putting money aside or, working a little bit more to make that holiday happen. Or it could be a project, something that you're working on that you really, really, really want. This is the card of, like, devote yourself to whatever you're doing, because that's going to help move it forward. We have to devote ourselves, don't we? Because it's like there's times where whatever we're doing or wanting to do, that wish fulfillment, it's not always an easy road. If we're wanting to start something new, it's like a marriage, isn't it? You kind of decide every day, I'm sticking with it because this is what I really, really, really want. So even the days that are hard and difficult, because you've got that commitment and that devotion to it, then that sees you through, because it becomes like a non-negotiable. This is you'll be thinking, Virgo, this is in my heart. This is what I want to do. I'm dedicating and devoting myself to it, even on the hard days, because it's my wish. It's what I really, really, really want in my soul. Now let's dive a bit deeper. But it's really, really exciting for you. Oh my goodness, my cards are all over the place. I got this new deck and the readings have been amazing. And you're probably going to ask what deck it is. It's the Radiant Rider-Waite. It's the most beautiful, beautiful deck. But it really talks to me. The readings have been great. So let's clarify your reading, Virgo, for the month of June. And I can really feel that wish fulfillment that you're either in or it's coming. Seems to be a bit of a theme actually at the moment. Oh, there we go. That was quick. Quick, quick, quick. Okay. So Virgo, you have the Fool, and the Fool is great. It's a reminder to each day reset. You know, reset your energy, start afresh. We don't want to carry the old baggage of yesterday into the next one. And, you know, there's lots of different meanings with the Fool, but that's really what I'm getting for you. Now, the other thing with the Fool is that, you know, there are mountains in the background. So he knows that there are going to be challenges along the way of his journey, but he's taking the leap of faith. And Virgo, this is the other message. If there's something that you're wanting to take a leap of faith on, or take a leap on, that would be really worthwhile for you for the month of June. Absolutely. You know, we never know what the journey will hold when we take a leap of faith. You know, that's where these new opportunities are. But Virgo, if we sit in our cave, we don't, you know, that's not the Fool. If we sit in our cave, we never go on the journey. And so Spirit really wants you to take the leap of faith, go on a journey, do something that you haven't done before this month. So Virgo, what is it that you would love to take that leap of faith on? Because I can promise you it's going to be a beautiful journey with amazing opportunities and new experiences. And that's what this is saying. How beautiful. Oh, I love the Fool energy. It's a reminder to be light-hearted, and, you know, life is so short. I would, you know, hate to miss all the opportunities that I could have experienced. You know, that's the reminder of the Fool. So he will go on this amazing journey, meet some incredible people, having amazing experiences, grow, learn, expand who he is, but he has to take the leap of faith. You know, he has to start the journey. Okay. Can we please have another message for Virgo, please? For the month of June. There we go. Okay. Oh, my goodness. All right. Bottom of the deck, you have Virgo, the Empress. Now that's the reminder, Virgo, of you. So you have the Empress within you, the ability to create what you want, to flourish, to manifest, you know, what you want in your life, to create what you want in your life. Now you have the Five of Pentacles that came out at the same time. And that's just the reminder, Virgo, that, you know, sometimes the mind can get stuck back in the Five of Pentacles energy, which is feeling not good enough, feeling left out in the cold, feeling rejected. But nothing in your reading indicates that. It's actually a misperception. It's not true, Virgo. It's not who you are at all. You are amazing. You know, this whole reading, the energy from it is how incredible you are. It's lighthearted. It's getting new opportunities. It's shining your light brightly. You've been through the initiations. This old energy is done. So just keep reminding yourself that the past is done, that you're now in a time of abundance, in the time of wish fulfillment, and you're in the time of your Empress. Doesn't mean that you don't have challenges along the way, but they're going to be nothing like the past at all. And you're going to be so in this full energy of, like, you know, Virgo, a reminder for the month is, where can you take your leaps of faith? Because actually, you know, that card is saying, like, if you take, you know, if the Fool takes his journey, he doesn't know what is going to, what opportunities will be along the way. Anyway. So then you have the Death and the Three of Swords. Now that is the end of heartbreak, the end of heartbreak. It's really interesting why that has come up, Virgo. Now, if you want a relationship, Virgo, if you're thinking about it, this would be saying that there's a block in your, in your heart. So if your wish fulfillment is wanting a relationship, the relationships are always available, but if they are in the heart, the disappointments and the betrayals and the hurts, then that will block, your ability to have your the relationship that you want. So if that's the case for you, Virgo, doing some work on healing your heart, releasing that old energy to allow love in would be the message. Okay, now let's get where do we want to go, Spirit? Let's get a moon message for you, Virgo. And of course, Gemini season will bring in new ideas for you because, it's all about curiosity, communication. It's a good time for socializing, networking. So that might be, some opportunities around that coming up for you. We also have the full moon in Sagittarius on the 11th. And then we have the new moon as we go into Cancer on the 25th. So then as we go into Cancer season, it'll be more an emotional, feeling those emotional, intuitive vibes. So that there'll be an energy shift then too. Okay. So do we have a moon message for Virgo, please? Oh, Virgo. New moon in Leo. So this is about getting into your Leo energy. So we all have all of the zodiacs within us somewhere. And Leo is vivacious, they're confident. So confidence is the key to your success. Now, if you're introverted, like highly introverted like me, you can be confident in a quiet way. It doesn't have to be like fully extroverted. But, having your inner confidence, Virgo, like remembering who you truly are, all that you've overcome, all of your wisdom, and using that as your confidence. And that will be the key to your success for the month of June. Now, let's see which animal is going to be guiding you through the month. Guiding you, protecting you, giving you advice. And if you want to take a deep breath and tune in to your reading. So tuning into that wish fulfillment coming in for you, Virgo. Okay. Have the polar bear and mystic, Virgo. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful. Know the challenges make you stronger. Have faith when you face adversity. Take the time to rest, dream, renew your strength. Embrace your psychic abilities and carry the shaman within. So that's the polar bear for you. So carrying the shaman within and going to your mystic. Lovely. And let's get an angel number for you. So what repeat number can Virgo be looking out for? Oh, beautiful. So you have 444, one of the most infamous numbers from the angels. So look out for 444 because that will be your sign for the month of June, Virgo. It says protection. Get ready for good times. The good things you've been hoping for, and good times. You are born for a higher calling. Put your energy into going forward on your ambitions, and the universe will align itself to provide you with the right people, circumstances, and resources to make things happen. 444, beautiful. So you can trust your wish fulfillment for the month of June. So devote yourself to whatever this wish fulfillment is. Look out for 444, dandelions, Now is the time to come out of your cave, Virgo, if you want to. Take some leaps of faith, because that is going to start you, or it's going to open up new doors and new opportunities. I think this has kind of been, we're carrying on this message. So it's, this is still the vibe that you're in this year. But a beautiful reading, Virgo. That's such a wonderful time in your life. I'm sending you all of my love and light and blessings for the month. Subscribe to my channel to never miss a reading, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.